I'm Ilya Martinovich, Service Technician at Engineered Air. In this video, I will demonstrate to you how to set up and calibrate the Discharge Air Setpoint and the Discharge Air sensor on the DJM 3.4 control board. But before we get started, please have a look at the following. The DJM 3.4 has several different setpoint options, from standalone phase setpoint, remote panels standalone, to 0-10 reset, room reset, and even ambient reset. The setpoint calibration that we will cover is the standalone phase setpoint dial on the DJM 3.4 board. To know what type of setpoint is controlling your unit, you should refer to the unit function page installed on the unit control cabinet door. The phase setpoint dial is activated when terminals S and SP are jumpered, and no discharge air resets are activated, or dip switches 1 through 5 are in the off position. If you have a remote setpoint with setpoint dial and no resets, terminal S and SP are not jumped, and the remote setpoint dial is wired to terminals U, M, and S on the DJM 3.4 board. Whether you have a phase setpoint or remote setpoint, the calibration method I'm about to show you is the same for both. Once you've determined the type of setpoint that is controlling your unit, locate the 3 test pins by terminals M, Q, and S. These 3 test pins will give you a readout of your final calculated setpoint and discharge sensor temperatures. With the controller powered, set your multimeter to volts DC. The single test pin at the bottom is your common. Insert your neutral lead there. The test pin on the left, labeled SPC, is your set point calculation. Insert your positive lead there. You will now have a readout on your multimeter. 1 volt DC is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. On this meter, you can see 1.7 volts DC, or 17 degrees Celsius. The readout on your meter should match your setpoint dial on the face of the controller. In this case, it does not match, and the setpoint will have to be calibrated. To calibrate the setpoint, you will have to adjust the blue pot labeled DIS SP Cal. This pot is the second pot located below the common test pin. With your pocket screwdriver, turn the pot slowly until the reading on your meter matches the setpoint dial. Now your meter reading and your dial match, your set point is calibrated. To calibrate the discharge air sensor, accurately measure the temperature at the sensor. Make sure the temperature at the sensor is steady. With your multimeter still set for volts DC, move your positive lead to the pin on the right for discharge temperature, keeping your neutral lead in common. This will give you a readout of your discharge air sensor temperature. 1 volt DC, again, is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. So our sensor is reading 22 degrees. However, our other reading was actually 18 degrees. Once your readings do not match, you will have to calibrate the discharge air sensor. To calibrate the discharge air sensor, the first blue pot below the test pin common is your discharge sensor calibration pot. Again, all you have to do is adjust this pot slowly till the meter reads what your thermocouple was reading. In this case, 18 degrees. Now your sensor is calibrated. The discharge air sensor is based on resistance. A reading of less than 880 ohms will show up as a low limit alarm. A resistance greater than 4,000 ohms will show up as an open sensor alarm on the DJM 3.4 board. With a faulty discharge air sensor, there will be a 1-second flash on the DJM board. This will indicate that your discharge air sensor is open. This sensor will have to be replaced.